My name's Dr. Andrew Daniel. I work with Crimson Global Academy as a maths teacher, and one of my roles with Crimson Global Academy is my involvement in what we call the ECL program. So the two things that I run in the extracurricular program at CGA at the moment are one club called Game Dev, game development, and another club called Web Dev, web development, designing web pages. We really like the ECL program because we want students to build up a set of skills at CGA which are not just academic, not just their main international GCSE or A-level courses, but also build up skills in other areas like computer coding or Model United Nations. And we think it's really important that when students present themselves to universities, when they apply to universities, they can write about other things they're interested in and the skills that they've got from those opportunities. One of the extracurricular activities that we set up is called Game Dev, and specifically what we wanted to do there is give students an opportunity to learn computer coding in the context of writing computer games. We thought that was important because many people find computer games good fun, and with this club students are building up skills in computer coding which will apply to all sorts of things in the future for their future careers, but also they're designing games that they find fun, and that's the great opportunity for students if they get involved in the Game Dev club. So we use a range of technology for the Game Dev course. The main platform is called the Unity game engine, which is the most used game engine around the world for professional coding. In order to get their games to run, they have to write computer code. That's written in another platform called Visual Studio. Then we use lots of other supporting apps, apps to show graphics, apps to possibly solve equations for some of the maths that's built into the games. Another of the clubs that we run at Crimson Global Academy is called the Web Dev Club. So this stands for web development. We thought that in the modern day and age, every young person should have an opportunity to know how to code a web page. And so what we did is we started off with a basic part of the course where students learn two languages required to code a web page, HTML and CSS. And some students have done some amazing jobs developing beautiful web pages using these two languages. We're now moving into interactivity. That's coded with JavaScript. And now we're moving even further and looking at web security. So this is how we create secure websites linked into databases. And I think in many of the rankings of the most employable skills of all around the world, web development comes out #1 often. What I particularly enjoyed is there are some students who are complete beginners and have worked really hard to get to grips with game development, for example, and they've ended up publishing their apps. That makes me very proud. There are some students at CGA who must be as good as any young people in the world at computer coding. And those students are pushing themselves really hard, both in terms of developing new computer coding skills, but also learning advanced mathematics to link into the computer coding, which is really a requirement to get to a very advanced level in computer coding. But for students who want to push themselves really hard in their academic work, maybe apply for top universities in the future and have a really powerful piece of work to refer to, this could be amazing. We don't see the clubs as elite, although our top students are pushing themselves to incredible standards. There are all sorts of advantages to students for getting involved in extracurricular activities, but the main thing is fun. We want students to really enjoy their involvement in the program.